All right, everybody. Crazy times, obviously. So just trying to get ahead of things a little bit as we get started into next week and how things are going to work for geometry moving forward. So not ideal, but we just got to make the best of the situation. So here's what's I think are a couple of important things to know as we start, hopefully as early as Monday, with continuing class as best we can. So we'll kind of use the next couple of days to figure out how it's all going to work, make sure all the kinks and everything are taken care of so that when we come back after spring break, we're like ready to hit the ground running. So we'll see how it goes the next couple of days. If there's problems, we can get those figured out and not have to deal with that so much after spring break. So kind of the way that I think it's going to go is that there's going to be some times when everybody's going to need to log in and be in quote in class at the same time, kind of like just like we would be at school. But other times there might be just videos posted onto YouTube that you could watch kind of at your convenience. So be prepared to trying to have school as much as normal as possible, meaning that the times that we have it could stay the same. Like you'd have to be online in a meeting at 9:33 or whatever time we decide and do it that way. Other times there might just be a YouTube video posted that you could watch, like I said, at your convenience. So make sure you know that the homework's got to be turned in on time. It's not like we're going to collect homework until we come back to school and then turn it in at once. That's not good for anybody. So be prepared to have that turned in somehow as we're going along. First thing that you need to do probably before Monday, hopefully if you're watching this before Monday, is that you need to get the Zoom app, Zoom. You can get that on your iPad, your phone, whatever, on your laptop, computer if you have one. That's probably the easiest, but whatever you need to do to be able to log in and watch and take notes. Um, and then obviously there'll be links to YouTube videos that you'll be able to watch. So if you can't be online when you need to and you need to watch the video later, you can do that on YouTube. So a couple things that you absolutely probably have to have. One, obviously your textbook. Most of you probably left that at home you left it at school before we left for the weekend. So at some point you're probably going to need to go over there and get that. In the meantime, this week, if you can't do that, I'll try to post pictures in the Google Classroom of the textbook so that you can at least view it that way and have access to the assignments and stuff there. You'll need to be checking the school email regularly, so make sure that you know how to log into that. So everybody has been given a mypaa.net email. Make sure that you can log into that and get emails through that, because that will be how we communicate with you mostly as a group. So make sure you can do that. And then you got to have a way to turn in assignments. So you can use your phone, take pictures and submit those through Google Classroom. I'm going to show you a couple other ways in the video here today to how you might be able to do that a little easier for all of us. But on a basic level, like if you could just take a picture of the assignments that you're doing, make sure you get the whole thing and then submit that image to Google Classroom, I'll be able to look at it and grade it that way. So those are the things you got to have, I think, for us this to even remotely work. But there's easier ways. I think if you had a tablet and you had some kind of writing stylus with your tablet, like an Apple Pencil and an iPad, or like what Seth uses, those things would make things a little bit easier for you. And then if you had like the Notability app, which actually that one actually costs money, but you can use the Notes app that comes with like the iPad and stuff. You don't need to buy an app for that. You can share your homework assignments with me that way, and I'm going to show you how to do that here in a second. And then I'd be able to actually mark on those and send it back to you. So I think that would be actually a really useful way to get feedback. If you take pictures, obviously I can't mark on those and give them back to you as easily. I'm working on seeing how I could do that, but so the feedback you'd be get on just like the pictures won't be as good as if I can actually write on your assignment. So I just want to show you what that would look like. So I'm going to try something here. And all right, hopefully you're seeing this, but if you have an iPad, you just hit the Notes app. So I just pull up this like list here. And then so like if you were to take your Apple Pencil or whatever and you just did your homework like, something like this, and you had all your answers done just like you would on homework, if you see this little people person there at the top, you can share that note with me. Just make sure here at the bottom where it says share options that you see it's defaulted to people can make changes. So that way I can mark on it and send it back to you. And then you can email that to me or just text it to me. That would be a good way to turn in assignments if you have the option to do that. Again, this is not required, but if you have the opportunity or the means to do something like this, it might be helpful. Otherwise, you're just taking pictures and submitting those through Google Classroom. So um, I'll see if I can show you that. I think you probably all know how to do that, but we will see if we can do that here too. So here's the geometry class. So I've already put in there that we're going to have like kind of a little test class tomorrow starting at 9:30. So that's what this is. If you click on that, you'll see the link to the Zoom meeting place. So you can click on there at 9:30 and we will kind of all meet there together. Should be pretty self-explanatory how to do that, but if you have trouble, you can text me or something, we can work that out. But those are the types of things that I want to get figured out before we come back from spring break. So if we're still in this kind of mode after spring break, we are ready to go and there's no issues. So anyway, just wanted to give you that kind of update. If you have any questions, text me, call me, whatever, and we'll figure it out. We're all in the same boat kind of here together. So we're all just trying to figure all this stuff out as we go. Hopefully we can get it all set up and working relatively pain-free. All right. We will hopefully see everyone logging in tomorrow morning. Have a great night.